Yo, what's going on, guys? Reversal here, and today I'll be doing a Tri-Brigade Sprite deck profile. This isn't a deck I've covered before. I tried it a long time ago when Elf was still legal, but wasn't a big fan, to be honest, since it had more issues than the pure deck, had less non-engine space. Just overall felt less consistent as well, so I didn't see any reason to play it. Then when Elf got banned, revisited it again. Saw I could still combo without Elf, so it functioning without Elf was good, but still saw some of the same issues. Cloggy Tri-Brigade stuff, less non-engine space than used to in a Sprite deck. But recently, just want to give credit to the guys over at YuGiOh Gaming. I saw they've had a few guys over there that have been doing well with the deck, and they cut Fractal entirely, which is something I kind of I never like considered it when I was trying the deck before, but there was a lot of instances where I'm like, damn, I wish this Fractal like wasn't in my hand, because it was just cloggy, too many normal summons. And yeah, I think not playing the Fractals is definitely the way to go. It definitely makes it feel more like a Sprite deck with a Tri-Brigade engine than vice versa, which I like a lot, because I don't really want to be playing a Tri-Brigade deck. I just want to keep it still a Sprite deck, just with the Tri-Brigade engine. So just want to get that out of the way before I get into the profile. Feel free to subscribe if you like the content. Getting close to 200. Like to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So yeah, if you're up a sub, appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get right into it. For the Sprite stuff, monsters, we got 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, 1 carrot. Standard ratios, I might bump up a red or carrot to 2, but that's something I gotta test more. Then the honorary Sprite cards, we got the 3 beaver and the 2 angler. These cards are still great. Sprint is a really good card. It kind of ties everything together. The beavers are beasts, which is actually a big deal. Since the Tri-Brigade cards, obviously you need to banish beast, wing beast, and beast warriors, so being able to fill your grave up with beavers is very useful for that. That's it for the stuff that we're all used to seeing. Now for the Tri-Brigade engine, 3 kit, 2 Karas, 2 Nerval, and the 1 Revolt. I might cut a kit down to 2 for the second red or carrot, or just another non-engine slot maybe. Not sure, like I said, gotta test that more, but you want the bare minimum Tri-Brigade engine, I think. I would love to run 1 Nerval, but you kind of need to, just because if you draw one, it can mess up your combos if you don't have the one in deck to send. If you're facing Kashtira and they mill it, it could mess you up if you don't have another one in deck, so just want to play 2, but this is definitely the worst one. Karas, level 2, it's important. If you happen to draw it with another good discard to special it, that could be a nice extender. And then kit's the best one, but I don't know if you need it at 3 anymore, since it's not as good of a normal summon as it was when Elf was legal. That's probably the biggest hit that this took, but yeah, this has been good. Revolt, we know what Revolt does. Soul Charge gets you a Shreg, non-targeting banish, and gets you your follow-up, which is another thing that Sprite was kind of lacking since the Elf ban, so having access to follow-up is always good. For the spells, we got 3 starter, 1 smashers, and then the Foolish. Foolish is nice in this. For Angler, obviously, and then the Tri-Brigade stuff. So just, you have multiple good sends, so it's a good card. It can be an extender or a starter. That's it for this engine spells. Now for the non-engine. Like I said, previous versions didn't have as much space as I wanted, but this one has 14 as it stands and 40 cards, so I think that's pretty good. What I'm running for the time being is 2 Fenrir. This card's nice because it's good going first and second. Adding another copy of itself to give you something to put back off the Ferjit or the Revolt is nice, or the Bear Brim when you get your Revolt. It's nice to have something that you could just put back if you don't have anything like bad that you want to put back. And 3 Book of Eclipse. This might get swapped with something I have on the side, but for now, I think this card's been good. An added benefit in this deck is it's a little better when you go first now, as opposed to another deck, since you end on a link board, so those can't get flipped face down, so you can kind of use this going first and it's less awkward. If you want to just like flip one of your opponent's monsters, give them a draw in the end phase, it's like fine. It could be a good disruption. And then go in second into the cash board. If they didn't lock all your spell zones, which you played 9 hand traps, so they shouldn't be able to do that. It's a pretty good card in general. And like I said, 9 hand traps, 3 Nib, 3 Ash. These are the best ones, I think, this format. Nib's just a blowout. And if they play around Nib, you're not working against too much, so just the threat of Nib is always good. And then Ash, just generically the best one. Really good against Brand Fusion, obviously. And then we get the 3 Imprims. Imprim's still really good. I think these ones are better this format, but Imprim's still solid. It can feel low impact for sure, but when you pair it up with another hand trap, it's fine. Then it's solid 6 card as well. So that's it for the main deck, 40 cards. For the extra deck, we have a lot of link monsters. For Sprind, I played 2 of these, but the second one is currently in the mail, so for now I just have the one, but I played 2 of these. It's a great card. Get your Angler to the Grave, get your Beavers in, more level 2s, beast monsters for your Tri-Brigade banishes. Kind of ties everything together. That's why you want 2 of it. Second one can come up sometimes in general, but mainly it's so Kashtira doesn't have just a free banish. For the other link 2s, we got Ferjit, Bear Brim, Double Dragon Lords, IP, and Pit Knight Yearly. These 3 are the main ones that are on your end board, and these 2 obviously help you get there, and this one searches the Revolt, which is another big piece of your end board. This card's nice to get a bounce, and this goes into Appaloosa, and then when this points to IP, an IP you trigger it, this will trigger to negate something on your opponent's field, so it's a nice little interaction. And then for the link 4s, we got the 2 Shurag and the Appaloosa. For the XCs, we got our 2 Gigantic, our 1 Mosquito, and the 2 Zeus. Obviously 2 Zeus, because you don't want it to get ripped, and it's a really good card versus Kashtira. You're still playing Spright at the end of the day, and Sprite's one of the best engines at making Zeus. The Mosquito can come up to help you OTK, which is nice, on top of just being a good XCs to climb into Zeus safely. And then Gigantic's gigantic. Like, you're gonna play 2 of that, obviously. That's it for the extra deck. Like I said, 2 Sprint. Just don't have the second one right now. For the side deck, some of this might change, but for now, I think it's a solid lineup. 3 Dark Rulers, 3 Evenlies. One of these, like I said, I might swap the Eclipse to the side. It would be for one of these sets of cards. I'm not sure which, but between those three, one of them's going to be in the main, and the other two are going to be in the side. I think all of them are very strong right now, especially evenly. And then for more back row hate, we got 3 Lightning Storm and a Duster. These could be Cosmics, but I think Lightning Storm is more of a blowout. It's more versatile since it can hit monsters as well. And people can side Lancia versus you since you're playing Tri-Brigade cards, so this doesn't care about Lancia like Cosmic would, but there's benefits to Cosmic too, so Cosmic or Storm, both are fine, but for now I'm using Lightning Storm. Get the one Call by the Grave. This deck plays fine into hand traps, so I don't feel the need to main it, but I think as a side card it's like pretty good, just for stuff like Lancia, Shifter that comes out of the sides typically, and then it's just good into Branded, which I think can be an iffy matchup sometimes, just because they can remove your normal summons very easily, or your first level too, so cutting off access to that Branded and Red is pretty important in my opinion. And then for the go first cards, got 3D barriers, just the best one in this format by far. It's crazy. The Sword Soul, Despia, pretty much everything. And then we got the one pointer. Just had an extra slot and was like, this card's pretty broken, so it's just a Saki going first one of. That's it for the side. Like I said, I think it's a pretty good lineup to respect back row decks. This has a lot of blowouts. So that's it for the main extra inside. Like I said, 40 cards. I can show a quick combo with just starter, just to show like what the typical inboard is. So it gives you like a baseline, and if you have more stuff, you can end on like Red or Carrot and whatnot on top of it. So yeah, we'll just get right into that. So just show off the 1 card starter combo. You can activate your starter, summon blue, pay 1100 life points, search your jet, especially your jet. Then your jet is going to search you. You can either get another starter or you can get a Smashers. I would probably get Smashers in the scenarios where you are going to start with starter, just because if you use starter on your opponent's turn, it locks you, so it can be awkward. So I'd rather just have the Smashers. If you're not starting with starter, I would use the starter to attack a Carrot onto the end board, typically. I think that's just the best play. So now you got your Smashers, your 2 level 2s. Gonna link those off into Sprint. Sprint is gonna send your Angler, and your Angler is gonna summon 2 Beavers. So from here, I'm gonna overlay for the Gigantic. Let's put that over here. The Gigantic's gonna detach the Beaver, and it's gonna summon a Kit from deck. So if you notice, you only have 1 beast right now in the grave, so your Kit doesn't do anything at the moment. So what we're going to do is link these 2 off into an IP. Then you can use your Kit to banish 2 of the Beavers. Gonna summon a Fairjet here. And then I'll just, since we started with 1 card, I'll just throw 2 ash and 2 nib in my hand, just to represent 4 blank cards to go with the smashers. So what you're gonna do here is link these 2 off for the bear broom. It's important to properly summon one of the Tri-Brigade link 2s. So you can bring it back off Revolt. So here, your Blossom and your Kit are going to trigger. So your Kit's going to dump an Nerval. And then with Fairjit, you can draw 1, put 1 back. So Nerval is going to trigger to add you a Karis. And since you haven't normal summoned yet, you can normal summon the Karis. And then banish 2 of your Wing Beast for the double Dragon Lords. The bear room's pointing to this, so you can make that there. And then because of the Tri-Brigade cards, you're locked into only linking with Tri-Brigade cards. So it's important to kind of navigate those locks with the 2 lock that happens from the Sprite cards. So typically you want to do the Tri-Brigade stuff afterwards. So here you can use your 2 Tri-Brigades to link off into an early to the zone that it points to the IP. And then your bear room's going to trigger. You're going to search your Revolt and put a card back. So this is going to be your end board with the Revolt and the Smashers. And then your Revolt's going to bring back the Bear Broom. And then do Kit Nerval. And then these 3 are going to go into Shirag on their turn. And then from your Nerval, you're going to be able to search another Kit or whatever for follow-up. And then your IP, whenever you use this, it's going to trigger the early since it's pointing to it. So yeah, it's going to target and affect monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0, and negate its effects. And then these 2 are going to turn into an Appaloosa. Obviously the sequencing of, you're not going to just like do this first and then do this. I'm just kind of showing you, like, typically you want to go into this first, so you have a monster negate to protect your evil. And the double Dragon Lords is a bounce, so you have monster negates with the Appaloosa and with the Early. You have a non-targeting banish with the Shurag. You get follow-up through that as well. This is a bounce, the Smashers. Another non-targeting banish. So you have a lot of ways to control the board with this, as well as the negations. And then you still have cards in hand. Like you'll have, I believe, 3 cards in hand, like before you start, before you add the kit. So you end with a lot of disruptions. It's not all in the monster zone, so you have several back row and hopefully hand traps to back it up, so you're not like putting all your eggs in one basket. And then yeah, this board doesn't care about Book of Eclipse, which is in everyone's deck right now. So I think that's a major plus as well. So I feel like the end boards offer a lot. It's kind of a unique end board with what it does, and like I said earlier, if you have a red or a carrot, or if you didn't have to use starter, you could tack that on as well, which is really nice to prevent stuff like evenly and whatnot with the carrot. So yeah, it's gonna be it for the deck profile and the quick combo. Like I said, like this is like your main, just take these off real quick. This right here is like your main like bread and butter combo that you get to, and then the extra like smashers, red carrot, all that stuff, that's just kind of the bonus. But this is like the baseline that you typically get to no matter what your hand looks like, and then the rest is just bonus. But that's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoy. Let me know what you think. Like I said before, drop a sub, appreciate it. Like and comment, let me know what you think, and have a nice day. Peace.